Welcome to Final Fantasy Dissidia Duellum, the only game where you can see Final Fantasy characters be confused about how to use a phone. My name is Scully, and I'll be your guide to learning the basics of this really fun PvP MOBA. Before we dive into game mechanics and system tips, let's cover some settings. I personally use a controller and highly recommend that you do as well. You can get a compact Bluetooth controller for around 20 bucks on Amazon, but I use a PS5 controller to play this game. The main benefits of a controller is that you have more control of the camera and it reduces the chance of miss inputs from the touch controls. Now that we have our control scheme figured out, tap the gear up here and toggle these settings. Fixed position of ally bravery, minimap rotation, and return camera angle after purifying crystal. Fixed position places your team's HP and bravery on the top left and makes it much easier to coordinate bursts and help them when they are in need. The minimap rotation is my personal preference, but I find it makes it easier to navigate, and the angle toggle is helpful as destroying crystal might make you lose a precious second turning around. Alright, you have probably heard this a ton by now if you watched other creators, but for the sake of making this video as comprehensive as possible, I'll include it. Shortly after completing the introductory tutorial, you'll be given a free 10 pool. Unlike other gacha games, you can immediately retry this pool an infinite amount of times. I personally rerolled for about 2 hours, but made it out of that gacha with 3 ultra rares, giving my lightning a huge boost to strength. For this 10 pool, aim to get a minimum of 1 ultra rare for the character you like, and ideally you want to get both of their ultra rares, as it's a huge boost to your combat potential. There is a similar gacha right after that lets you reroll for characters as well. Now that you have your character and your abilities, let's set them up. The character ability screen lets you set your main skills as well as your support skills. Main skills are actively used in combat. These take the form of attacks, buffs, utility, and recovery. Most builds have 3 attack skills, 1 utility skill, and 1 recovery skill. This is a baseline, but feel free to play around with different abilities until you find something that works for you. Usually, your utility slot is used to make up for a character's deficit. For example, Cloud is a slow but mighty combat character. I use teleport on him so I can cover long distances in an instant. Support skills are stat sticks that can greatly increase your combat potential. A character should always have support skills equipped, as the power difference between no skills and even level 1 skills is tremendous. Speaking of leveling, each ability can be upgraded using this green currency, which you can obtain from pools, the season pass, and playing games. When obtained, each ability can be upgraded to level 10. When you roll a duplicate, you can limit break your skills to increase their level cap, which increases their base stats. At this point, we should now have a character we like with 1 or 2 of their character-specific ultra rares, and we are ready to play the game. The game offers 3 modes: ranked, casual, and challenge. Challenges offer a solo experience with AI and provides character and account rewards like job tokens, upgrade currency, pool tickets, and mod coins. The next mode is casual, which is identical to ranked, but provides lesser rewards and is a more low-stakes experience. The main mode for this game is ranked. Ranked matches start you off at bronze and allows you to climb up the ranks to silver, gold, diamond, and finally omega. Each tier gives better and better rewards, which takes the form of green currency, season pass experience, and ability crystals. Ability crystals take time to unlock but reward you with 1 ability. These crystals provide a steady stream of abilities, and higher tier crystals increase the chance of obtaining a higher rarity ability. When you load into a match, you have one and only one goal: kill the boss. Let's talk about how that's done. The map will spawn crystals with zones. Each crystal will spawn enemies, and by killing these enemies, you gain individual experience and bravery. When you kill all the enemies under a crystal, if you stand still, you will attack the crystal, which grants team-wide EXP and bravery. Here's a tip: you are invincible while attacking the crystal, and you can use that to dodge enemy or boss attacks. As you clear enemies and crystals, you gain more and more bravery. At 9,999 bravery, you can use Burst, which plays an animation that gives you iframes for a brief moment. This can also let you dodge attacks. While in Burst mode, you can now damage the boss with abilities and auto attacks. When you use a damaging ability in Burst, it consumes the Burst mode unless you activate another ability before your current one ends. This allows you to chain all of your high damaging abilities for massive damage on the boss. This is what makes most ultra rare skills so valuable. since they provide iframes during their entire duration. And invincible enemies can be spotted due to their bright orange glow. Make sure not to waste any valuable abilities on an invincible foe. So you use burst to attack the boss, and try to use it when you have allies who are also bursting, as it gives a considerable bonus to your damage. PvE is one way to gain bravery, while the other is PvP. You can steal bravery points by killing the rival team. If you are at 9,909 bravery and your ally is at 6k, it's important to let your ally last hit the enemy you are fighting, as those points would be wasted on you. Remember, the goal is to kill the boss. Killing rivals simply facilitates this goal. Your priority in a match goes as follows: clear crystals, burst boss with team, and finally steal bravery from rivals. When you reach 9,999 bravery, your priorities should be as follows. How close is your team to 9,999? If they are close or at max, stick with them until you can burst together. Alternatively, you can activate burst and auto attack the boss. If they are far behind, let's say they just respawn, burst the boss solo in order to deny the team the chance to steal and also chunk the boss. With this basic amount of game sense, you should be able to win more consistently. Remember, the boss is what matters at the end of the day. You are more valuable to the team taking crystals than chasing the 1000 bravery cryo all around the map. Here are some other useful tips for combat. When you get knocked up, you can use your healing spell to recover mid-air, preventing the long getting up animation, as well as healing as soon as you touch the ground. You can animation cancel your longer combos by simply moving a little. By doing this, you can output more basic attacks over time. Rapidly pressing the attack button deals more damage than the basic auto attack. Most ultra rare skills can be avoided by running out of them or by using your own ultra rare skill on reaction. For example, if lightning casts Army of One on you, and you also just so happen to be lightning, you can use Army of One yourself 1 or 2 seconds after, and you avoid most of her damage while also getting out most of your own damage. This is a good one. Avoid boss spells and attacks. At lower ranks, the abilities are a minor nuisance, but the boss gets stronger and stronger at higher levels. I've seen King Behemoth wipe out 5 players in one cast before. It was brutal. There's much more to discuss with this game, but I hope this suffices for a beginner's guide to this really fun PvP game. I would really like to make some guides on each character, but it's a little tough. It's a little tough to do because you have to get all the ultra rares. I'm working on it. Don't worry, guys. If you want to help me out, there's my friend code. You can shower me with gift tickets, and that'll make it easier for me to make more of these videos. I want to make character guides really bad. Please let me know if you want to see more Duellum videos, as I have been loving this game. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. As a small creator, I have the privilege of being able to read and respond to everything that gets posted. I've been Skully, your big bro, and I'll be seeing you again real soon. Goodbye!